firsthand experience, and you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule, but veterans certainly can be helpful.
Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true?
Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Leonard. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Philadelphia. Back to Jay. Just 4 to shoot. Lillard from outside. Rebound the Lakers. In this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And in this matchup, last season, not one of the games went their way.
And guys, they suffered a clean sweep, and for one of the best teams in the league, that cannot sit well. You know they'll come to play tonight.
A nice shot by Che.
Boy, that's real concentration there, guys. It's one thing to finish through contact right at the rim, but for Che to do so outside of the paint, impressive.
Now here's James, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. This is his first free throw of the game.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target, but nights like that do happen even to the best of them. And that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Lakers now. Davis dishes to LeBron. Davis has the open look. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Now here's Che. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And Lillard gets it to go.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Graham with the ball. Out guarded by Jay.
Sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense. Excellent transition passing there, guys. Straight to the hoop.
Lakers trail by 4. Graham surveying the floor. Leonard against LeBron. Kicks to Davis. Pass to Graham. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Feeds to Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
And, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now here's Che. He has 6. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
James against Leonard. Pass to Davis. Over Little. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 6 points.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Brown is checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Little. George is checked in for Leonard. Robinson is subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Che. Outside, George. Back to Che. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And it's 8 points for Shea.
Well, I think that's what you want to see. I mean, Shea not settling for a spot-up jumper, but driving the ball and scoring on the move.
Graham with the ball. A 14-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
On the inside now, Shea will battle you. He'll fight. He doesn't let contact rattle him.
Portland shooting their first foul shots of the night here. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now James. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. No good. Shot missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
It's been all about Shea for the Portland Trail Blazers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
They've got LeBron James. Korkmaz is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Graham in at the 1. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Clark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Korkmaz passes to Antetokounmpo. LeBron outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on George.
You know, when James is looking to score, he puts defenders in really tough spots. And when he's aggressive and tenacious, watch out.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
Good on both. Here's George. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. The pass to Robertson. Here's Simons. Graham defending. A 3-ball. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Evans comes in for LeBron. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. Here's Korkmaz. He had 13 points in the win against Charlotte. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Graham. And so George will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Leonard. And Davis pulls it down.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Portland leading by 6. Left side, Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Graham. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Davis. Outside, Antetokounmpo. He kicks it to Evans. Takes the 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And watching Evans there knock down the triple has the ability to be a dangerous outside scorer when he's in rhythm.
Outside, George. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Leonard inside. Davis is there. Shoots from 12. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And the Lakers making a change here. Adams checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Zach Collins. Little comes in for George. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
James checked in for Robertson. Lakers trailed by 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the 76ers was superb. He had 19 points, and he also did a good job of creating for others, getting them the ball in position to score. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
Take a break.
You never
Take a break.
really know what will
Two
happen
shots.
game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet against him.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
And the first one at the line is good. Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Evans. Davis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Robinson's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now here's Lillard. And the dunk by Jay.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Lakers trail by 4. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Evans passes to Davis. Kicks it to Graham. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points his last outing. On the wing, Evans. Pass to Graham. Back to Evans. It's good. This game is all even. Evans has got 6.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Shea outside. Pass to Robinson. 26 seconds left here in the second. It's up a 3. And another 3 for Portland.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Graham. Covered by Lillard. And there's the pass to Davis. Knocked loose. Nurkic with the block. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Trailblazers lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. While you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body. Him up, be physical with him.
On the floor for Portland, Shea is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Little. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Leonard in at the 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Graham, covered by Lillard. Pass to LeBron, pulls it up. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Shea passes to Lillard. Good, and the assist goes to Shea. Shea's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
Now here's James. That one goes. Count it. James has got 5 points so far.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Count the basket. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Shea making it look so easy, dropping that nice room service dime there.
And here's Evans. 6 points for him. Pass to Davis. Kicks it out to Evans. Drills it from outside. 9 points in the game so far.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now here's James. 7 points in the game. Collins with some nice D.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's George. It's good from about 19 feet. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Korkmaz passes to Evans. And stolen by Jay. And now the fast break. George with the ball. The feed to Collins. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Now let's take a moment to check out the stats for LeBron James. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 27 points a game last season. 7 assists and 7 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
You've got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
Shea drives in. Robinson finds Collins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 14 seconds left in the third. James with it. He's got 9. Here's Davis. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Portland out in front. They finish off the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Korkmaz in shooting guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Back to Jay. Shot clock at 5. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And that's 13 points for Jay.
Boy, for Shea, it's been one great play after another tonight. They cannot keep him in check.
LeBron outside. Pass to Davis. Fires, high post, up again.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Trailblazers leading by 13. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard, and good. Got the English that time as it falls.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
LeBron against Robinson. James, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Back to Davis. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Tyreek Evans is checked in for Korkmaz. And Portland with a change here too. Leonard, he's checked in for Robinson. Portland leading by 18. Shea outside. Leonard against James. Leonard dishes to Shea. Back to Leonard. Fires the three. Good. And it's Shea picking up the assist. Shea's got his 8th assist here tonight. And so Graham will bring it up for Los Angeles. James outside. It's Davis on the wing. They need this. And again, the Lakers no good. For Portland, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And stolen by LeBron. And oh, here we go, Evans. No one back. And he gets the bucket.
And it was ignited by the steal by LeBron. I mean, he's got his head up right away, and the ball is out of his hands quickly.
Now here's Shea, guarded closer. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 21. 1:52 left to play here in the fourth. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Shea.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. The pass to Bazemore. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clark The NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the Rookie of the Year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Trailblazers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jay.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Now here's Bazemore. Not a lot of room. No good there. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Shea passes to Motley. Kicks it out to Shea. Passes it to Motley. A second chance effort. Rebound by Muscala. Now Bazemore. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Hey, Jet here, man. I thought you guys came out focused and prepared. And once you built that lead, man, you never let up.
That's the beauty of this team, man. We try to never let up. And part of that's coach. He's always preaching. Stay focused on the moment. Take care of the things you can control. And we'll live with the results after, you know? So we just keep our heads down, trust in one another, and look to play a complete game.
Well, you guys listen and are very coachable.
Yeah, baby, get some.
Yeah, man. Be tell your family I said what's up.
Yeah, no doubt.